I'm Alexi Sagona, and I'm here at Eurostock. Eurostock is important to the Amamutsun tribal band and to all those who care about protecting Mother Earth and the amazing biodiversity here in the Santa Clara Valley. Today, we're working to restore Indigenous stewardship at Eurostock, but it's under the threat of becoming a sand and gravel mine. And so a restored landscape at Eurostock to me is full of Amamutsun people conducting ceremony there, wildlife, and all of the stories that we've heard from our elders and ancestors being able to be brought back to this special place for our community. And I hope that in the coming years, this landscape will be full of songs and ceremonies and free from any threats of sand and gravel mines or other forms of extraction of this landscape. And so I'm hoping today that for Earth Day we can protect it.
I'm Ed Lorenis here at Dunes Beach. Restoring the Earth, to me, means protecting what you already have, and Dunes Beach is a perfect example of this. It is severely threatened with development, and it's impending. Dunes is a place of ocean, coastal dunes, farmland, and wild habitat. It is bisected by the coastal trail, and thousands of visitors come through here every year to enjoy the ocean and the view corridors. It's a place where you can have a chance to see whales, sooty shearwaters by the thousands as they migrate in the fall, or monarch butterflies in the wintertime. It is a place that needs restoration and protection. My vision for the future is that this place and others like it are restored and protected for future generations and for all to enjoy.
Hola, mi nombre es Adriana y estamos en la tierra original de nuestra gente indígena Ramaytush, conocido como el Coyote Point, aquí en San Mateo, California, y ese lugar me trae mucha felicidad porque hemos creado muchas memorias aquí con mi familia. Fue el primer parque que visitamos cuando nos movimos de Europa, Michoacán, México, aquí a los Estados Unidos, sin saber que existía este lugar, pero mi mamá me traía cuando estaba chiquita y me da mucho gusto poder hacer este video con ella hoy. Yo quiero que más gente que se mire como nosotros, que hable español o otros dialectos o otros idiomas, también se sientan cómodos en estos lugares, que puedan disfrutar de la naturaleza y todos los frutos que nos da.
Hola, yo soy Patti. Estoy aquí ahorita en el Coyote Point. Estoy aquí porque este lugar me gusta mucho, porque me gusta venir a caminar, a correr. Me da tranquilidad, me da paz. Me gusta ver las ardillas, los venaditos, los pajaritos, las aves volar. Y a mí eso me encanta, es con las personas que me encuentro día a día. Me siento segura, son amables. Cualquier tipo de accidente que pasa, cualquier persona se acerca, te ofrece la ayuda que necesitas. Y si no estuviera este lugar, pues no podría hacer las cosas que me gustan. Y me recuerda mucho a mi país. Que podemos hacer muchas cosas y estar en medio de la naturaleza, y para mí es muy importante.
Hi, I'm Ariana here at Coyote Valley. Coyote Valley means a lot to me because I come here often to run or reflect in nature, but it also means so much more. To the animals that live here, it is a pathway between the Diablo and Santa Cruz mountain ranges, which is essential for many endangered species that need to move between these regions. Restoring it would mean that these animals would be further able to use this pathway. It would continue being able to soak up much of the CO2 released by the Bay Area citizens, and the expanse of recycled water in these wetlands would still be able to replenish the groundwater that we rely on. I wish that everyone could learn to treasure and see the massive importance of Coyote Valley. What's ultimately at stake is a home to many animals and where humans come to enjoy or train in this beautiful place.
Hello everybody, my name is Victor Vasquez. I'm a proud Chicano Mexicano here at Reed Hillview Airport in East San Jose. Reed Hillview Airport was set up decades ago and now it sits in the middle of a community surrounded by schools and homes. And we must ask ourselves, does this place really meet the needs of our community? Now, we have witnessed how airplanes have crashed into homes, into our neighborhoods, into community centers. And we know that our communities are left out of the decision-making process and the benefits of some of these institutions. And so we're organizing to make sure that Reed Hillview is a place for our community. We want to reimagine Reed Hillview. How do we make sure that this land is back again healthy? How do we reimagine that this place serves the needs of our community and that it provides youth centers, job development opportunities, local food cooperatives from our neighborhood? How do we make sure that there are clinics potentially here? Or how do we make sure that there's a museum to preserve the history of East San Jose? I invite you today and every day on Earth Day to get involved and help us reimagine Reed Hillview.
My name is Emily Schwing and I'm at Veggielution at the City of San Jose's Emma Prush Farm Park in East San Jose. Restoring the earth to me means restoring our cultural connections to the places we call home to deepen our sense of belonging. Veggielution is important to me because it's a symbol of what an open space can achieve in the shadow of development that has risen along the perimeter. Growing and sharing food to build a sense of belonging to the land and to each other. What's ultimately at stake here is preserving and restoring symbols such as Veggielution as places where true connections can be made to the land and to each other through food and farming. I envisioned a restored land, but more importantly, a restored narrative where we talk about our relationship with the land as cohesiveness and not as separate. That we're able to look to the land and to the food that is grown as a better way to understand ourselves in relation to this place and to each other in community.
I'm Brian Schmidt at Lehigh Quarry near Cupertino. Restoring the earth to me means learning from our past mistakes and having the lightest possible impact and footprint on our region and on the planet. This place is important to me because Lehigh Quarry has the heaviest footprint, a giant scar and a giant hole in Santa Clara County. What's ultimately at stake here is whether, instead of learning from our past mistakes, we make new ones with a new quarry pit, more roads, and extended operation for years to come. What I envision instead is a restored quarry area looking much like Rancho San Antonio Park immediately adjacent to the quarry lands, with recreation for people and habitat for plants and animals. This has been done at quarries throughout the country, and we can do it here, along with new ways to create and reuse construction materials that have a lighter footprint on our land and on the climate.
Hi, I'm Ian Bain, Green Foothills board member and former mayor of Redwood City. When I served on the city council, the area behind me was proposed for a massive development. There was a time when building on the bay was considered acceptable, but that time has passed, and we now understand the critical importance of marshland, not only to the Bay Area ecosystem, but with sea level rise and climate change, we understand the importance. So I want to do everything I can to help ensure that this is restored to marshlands and that we leave a legacy for our kids, our grandkids, and generations to come. The work that Green Foothills is doing is critically important to that mission, and I'm proud to support it.